Hello, my darlings. Welcome back to another video. I'm back. I've been a little absent because I am back into the corporate world. I am back into working, but it's a great job. It's a great upgrade, and I love it, and I'm very thankful. But yeah, I'm back to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race and the second bracket, the pin bracket. It just ended. I think it was last night, and I definitely have my opinions about this bracket. Um, in general, who were the girls? Let's see. In general, this one was very entertaining. Definitely very entertaining, more than the last bracket, but at the expense of who thought she was like playing the game. She thought she was doing this and doing that, and she shot herself in the foot. We're going to talk about that a little um, later. But let's start. No, I mean let's start queen by queen. Let's start with Crystal Method. I mean she surprised me the less. Honestly, I expected her to do good to move on. I saw some spoilers that were saying she will move on, and it was true. Um, yeah, I think she had good looks. I didn't like those family resemble whatever it is looks. I didn't really like that. But in general, yeah, I think she did a good job. Am I gagging? Am I like, woo? No. But I mean, she did good. I think she deserved to move on, and I think she's the person who's gonna win the season. So yeah, I like how she never wanted to play that whole alliance thing, and at the end, she's the one who stuck to the alliance. She took the alliance with Silky at the last moment, and she stuck to it, and then Silky betrayed everybody. But I mean, she had to do what she had to do. So yeah, Crystal, I didn't really gag a lot. I mean, she did great, but I expected her to do great. Her looks were nice. I liked what she brought, except for that. I mean, the pieces that she had were very good and very interesting, but I think it was just too much all at once. The eye couldn't stop anywhere. It was just too much all at once. Next, let's start with the girls who moved on. Next, Silky. I love Silky. I love Silky. I really am. I am a Silky apologist. I think she's very talented. I definitely saw some favoritism given to Silky, and for example, that lip sync that she won. I mean, yeah, I think she deserved it, but I don't think she deserved to be on the top on that challenge. But I'm not mad. It's Silky. I love her, so I'm happy that she was able to move on. She was always very entertaining, especially on the last episode when she was telling everybody like I betrayed all of y'all, and she got on the floor. I mean, Silky, she's very entertaining. I think this time around she's been a little bit more measured on what she's doing, but she's giving good TV, good entertainment. I think I am enjoying her. I have enjoyed her, what she's done this time around, the little thing that she had with April and them throwing shade to each other. I thought that was really cute. I loved it. So yeah, I have no notes for Silky besides maybe the butter look, and how the butter she always had to hold it up with her hand. Maybe how the cake thing, I didn't really feel like was a tutorial. I think it was, I don't know. I mean, I think the cake should have come out better if it was a tutorial. But I get it. It was for your ex who, whatever. Still love Silky. I love Silky, and I'm glad that she was able to move on. I'm looking at in the monitor. I'm looking on the monitor, and I look like an auntie. My hair is finally long enough where I can wear like a headband like this. Oh my god, but it's kind of uncomfortable to have your head squeezed the whole time. But I love it though. Anyways, Silky, I'm glad she moved on. That's my girl. I love Silky. Uh, Silky gets a lot of hate from a lot of disgusting people, and I always see the comments, and I go to the profiles of the people always throwing shade Silky, and it's always white people. It's always them throwing shade at Silky. So make of that whatever you want. Now let's move on to Vivacious. Vivacious. I love Vivacious. I absolutely love the human being that Vivacious is. I think she has a great heart of gold. I think she's just so, she has such great values as a human, and I love that. That tea about that Domino Couture person, why are people hiring him? I don't know. I guess that if he chooses who is most important and who deserves to get, their money's worth or not. I think that if you are a big name, he does your thing when he needs to do it. But when you are somebody little, he takes the money and then fails you and gives you a whole bunch of like excuses and things, which is what allegedly happened with Vivacious. I mean, allegedly, no. She said that's what happened. The guy gave her. I saw because Will. I mean, they posted on the race chaser thing the sketch of what Vivacious's tractor look was supposed to be, and it was looking great, very very good. Everybody knows what that Domino guy can do, so it's something very doable for somebody who's a designer. I mean, I don't have the level of knowledge and all everything that Domino does. He eats me up in fashion and design, definitely, but it was very doable what he designed for Vivacious. And if he gave her that sketch, it's because he can do it. I know he can make that. But once again, I think he's somebody who does his clients wrong. He has maybe a huge ego, most likely. He won an Emmy, two Emmys, I don't know how many Emmys it was. So he most likely has a huge ego, and he thinks like, oh, whatever, if I fail this person, it's not gonna mess my business because I mean I still won an Emmy and I have more people to work with. Maybe that's his thought, which is disgusting. I find it to be very disgusting and very dishonest when you are just so cynic and you don't care about scamming people and robbing them in public like this. I don't think your career lasts a lot because people don't trust a scammer. They say, what, yeah, he has made customs for me, but maybe the day will come when he's going to fail me and do the same thing he did to Vivacious and to Monet and God knows who else more, because I'm pretty sure there are more victims. That's when I saw what Vivacious wore on the wrong way. I was like, oh no, this is a mess. This is kind of like a mess. It really is. And I noticed it on the collar of the top part of the dress, because it wasn't cut like in a circle so that it will lay flat on the body. You could tell that it was cut as a straight line, and that's why the neck never saw. I don't know if you get it, but it was never sitting like this, on the skin. It was never sitting maybe like this. It was like standing like that when it should have been. But now we know that Vivacious, she had to do that in her hotel because Miss Domino Couture scammed her, and she actually told a horror story that hours before leaving for Drag Race, she went to this person's house and she was like texting them all the time, like all the way while she was going over there. And when she got there, she had to like wait outside. The guy wasn't even outside, and they had to like wait outside for like 15 minutes, I think. And when they saw that he wasn't coming out, it's like Vivacious, she decided to run upstairs, and the guy's home door was open, and Vivacious went in, and that's when she saw everything was like scraps. Her dress wasn't made, and everything was like pieces of fabric and scrap and all of that. And she said that she started bawling and crying, and she told him like, oh, you just destroyed my future, which is true. And these people, they are just reckless, they don't care. Somebody like Domino is giving me the tease of like, oh, he's now got the money and he's now got the Emmy, so he doesn't need to um do right by any of the smaller clients, which is disgusting. You have to do right by all of your clients. And I'm not saying that wrong things don't happen. Of course, they do happen. Things that you don't want to happen. You are late. You can't deliver what you maybe thought you could deliver. But doing it so much and with 7 weeks of advance, with in Monet's case, I thought it was like 3 months or 2 months that Monet gave him to make the costume, which is so much time to make any costume, any costume. But there are people who are very greedy and they don't know how to say no to money. They might be up to here with work, but they're going to keep getting money. And it's like, I mean, you now need an atelier. You now need a team of people who do these things for you. If you don't really want to work like that, I mean, if you now have the money, you have the aiming, you have everything, you can hire maybe a team of at least 4 people, knowing what you charge, because that guy, he's very expensive. His dresses are thousands of dollars, 10,000, $15,000 for a dress, and you don't have a team to help you, and this is what you do to people, like you traumatize them, because this is traumatizing. Like, how do you trust another designer after that, when an Emmy winning designer does that to you? But that goes to show people are very, we live in a world of credentialism, and everybody thinks that because, oh, this person has a diploma, or they have a certificate, or they have a degree, or they have an award, that means they are the best. Then sometimes they're not. They might be the best at what they do, but what is that good for when you can't deliver, when you are supposed to, when you can't stand by your word, when you don't fulfill your promises and your contracts, because that's a contract. And that's something that drag queens are going to have to start doing. Like, you have to draft a contract, you have to have a contract, you have to have these designers sign contracts, dates of when you need things delivered, and go and have it notarized, and everybody sign it, so that you can cover your back. Because if you go, sadly, long gone are the days when everything was by word, like you could trust people by their word. That's no longer it. That's not happening at all. Actually, if you trust people's word, now you're taken as an idiot. So you can trust anybody by word, especially if there's money involved. If there's money involved, you have to have a contract. Definitely. So yeah, leaving Miss Domino Couture, this is about Vivacious. I think she did a pretty good job this season. That number she did with Silky, yeah, it was a little crunchy. She didn't really perform great, but yeah, I like Vivacious. Now she did something that I hate, and it's not learning her lyrics. Vivacious, the few times that I saw her lip syncing, I saw her not knowing her lyrics, and I don't like that at all. But I mean, for a Nicki Minaj song, I kind of will forgive her more because she's older. But oh my God, Vivacious, you have to learn your lyrics. Another thing, I think, yeah, we remember you for Ornation. Now she finally has to rest. Please let Ornation rest. I think we saw like 4 or 5 Ornation themed looks. I'm done with it. Let's just put Ornation in the past, and let's, I don't know, let's do something else. Now it's time. It's been 16 years. I think you were on season 6 and season 18. It's been like, yeah, 12 or 13 years, something like that. Let's do something different. That was Mother Vivacious. Let's move on to April Carrion. She made me cringe the whole time. I mean, I had a love hate relationship with April, but that, ay, Dios mío, ay, mi amor, gracias, gracias, mi amor. We get it. You're from Puerto Rico. You don't need to be speaking Spanish all the time and making it like a caricature. And that yellow runway that they did, which was like butter themed, her thing wasn't giving butter at all. And I was waiting for somebody to call it out. Miss Michelle, who's such a fashion judge. Why didn't she call it out? Like, where was the butter there? Yeah, you are like a yellow bird or costume or whatever it is, but where is the theme there? I didn't see it. The fact that she said I'm not good at anything, it was kind of gaggy and kind of cunt, but also, girl, how do you say that about yourself? Like you have to be good at something. But I mean, she's good at makeup. She's good at looking good. That's a talent. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of gaggy that she said that. I didn't expect her to like blow up this season. I mean, I expected her to go and be a pretty girl. I didn't think she was going to do anything like very memorable, and that's what happened. Although what she did the last time, the last minute, which was give her point to Crystal, was the best thing. Oh, and her little thing with Silky, I thought that was very, very entertaining, and it looked very genuine in the moment, how they were reading each other, how she was reading Silky all the time, and Silky was like, I loved it. I loved what April and Silky did this season. Like the banter that they had with each other was great. I loved it. I think that was the best that I saw from April. That challenge when she was doing the tostones, which it's not the name. Let's be clear. The name of that is patacones. It's not tostones. And those were the number one, the smallest tostones I've seen, and the most decomposed and discombobulated tostones I've seen in my life. Like, girl, you have to fry the plantain, then you take it out, you put it in between a bag so that the plantain doesn't stick to the cutting board or whatever you're smashing it with. Then you take it out and immediately put it back in the hot oil. But yeah, I mean, I get it. She smashed them with her boobs, so I don't expect them to look perfect. But again, they're not called tostones; they're called patacones, and they should look better. I mean, they taste better no matter what form they have, but they should look better. I should make some patacones now. I actually do have some green plantains. You make them with green plantains. So yeah, April. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Next. Let's see. I already spoke about Silky, Crystal, Vivacious, and now you spoke about April Carrion. I have two people left, which is Aura Mayari and Miss Salina Estides. Let's talk about Salina Estides. I started liking her. I wanted her to do good. I really did. When I saw that she lost, her weight, I think she was looking better. But she's a crash out. Selena Stiles is a crash out. I remember I didn't watch her season 15. That season I didn't watch, but I remember her being like kind of bitter. I remember watching the reunion, little snippets from the reunion, and I think when Princess Poppy says like, "Oh, you have a fake accent," something like that, she's like, "Okay, white girl," like she's mad. So she's a crash out, and she was playing a very weak and pathetic game, which I think is the same shit that, oops, the same stuff that Morphine did back on her bracket, which is be extremely delusional and think that everybody has to give you a point just because. And I don't agree with that. Her little chalupe thing was really good. I liked that. That puppet was great. I think she did good in that challenge. She did a lot, but she did. I think she did good. But the whole peck thing she had going on, it was driving me crazy. Okay, how are you gonna pick? And I think she did that to Aura because Aura, I don't think she has a backbone. Aura, honey, you need to get a backbone. I'm gonna get to you soon. Next, okay. But I think she did that to Aura because she knows Aura doesn't have a backbone, and she thought it was gonna be easier to use Aura, and it really wasn't. And it's because she was way too obvious with her little alliance thing. She thought she was going to have an alliance with everybody, and at the end, everybody was going to give her a point. Why? I don't know what she was thinking that. Do you? Let me ask the audience. I don't know what she was thinking that. that everybody was gonna give her points. I don't know. And then for you to gaslight Aura and kind of make her promise that she's gonna give you a point, knowing all the time that you never had the intention to give her one. You always knew you were going to betray her or do whatever you had to do to get at the end to get to the end. And then it all blew in your face and you crashed out like, oh my god, like I've never seen a drag queen on the show yelling like, girl. I mean, yeah, it was entertaining. It was good. It was entertaining. I love watching people acting a fool on TV. Everybody does, but it was a little weird. It was giving chemical imbalance. It was giving, I don't know, it was giving weird. Because how can you not at the end be like, you know what, yeah, these bitches beat me. Yeah, I mean I won. I mean at least I won the last challenge. I won the lip sync. I won $10,000. And yeah, Aura clocked my game and she didn't give me her point. Oh well, at least I did better than her. But then she went and she crashed out. And I don't know. I think she was trying to do the mistress Isabel Brooks thing, which is, I feel like a lot of girls are now trying to do that. A lot of girls are now trying to be the new mistress and they're trying to be shady and mean and rotten. And they don't have the emotional armor. They don't have, I don't know, they don't have what it takes to be the villain. They don't. You have to be a little bit more cold and calculated and don't let people see you sweat. Now, Mistress, she did let people see her sweat a little bit, but not gel like this and do everything that Salina did. That basically everybody backstage had to go and give her like therapy, like group therapy. So that shows me, the only thing that has changed is her body because her drag still the same, questionable. I mean, she had some good looks this season. The hate thing. I mean, she had some good looks this season, but she's still questionable to me. Her makeup is still the same. She's doing this extra thin eyebrow which doesn't go with this eye, with this makeup eye, because you can see the eyebrow. You can see it. An eyebrow, that thing goes with a little bit more demure makeup, which is like kind of 2000 chola kind of thing. It doesn't go with what Salina is doing. Her attitude definitely still a crash out like on her original season based on what I've seen. And yeah, I mean, she was entertaining. She definitely put herself on the map this season, but I didn't like her. I found her to be annoying, and on her season, what I saw she was a little annoying and a little fake. And now I also thought she was very annoying and very fake. And she's a user. She likes to use people, and then when things backfire and people don't let her use them, she becomes the victim. So yeah, I'm glad she didn't go to the finals. Her scheming didn't work, but it's okay. I mean, it's okay. I'm sure she's gonna get a lot of bookings because of that. I guess I don't know, but yeah, she in general she was entertaining. She showed that she's still immature, but I mean, who cares? We are not watching Drag Race for people to be, like Mystic Summers who were trying to act old all the time, and I'm trying to be the aunt. And oh my god, I'm just the aunt. And last but not least, let's talk about Miss. Who is it? Oh, Aura Mayari. Let's talk about Aura Mayari. I don't have any opinions about her, honestly, and that's bad. Besides, I mean, yeah, she's pretty, she's beautiful, da 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 da, ga ga ga, whatever, but she doesn't have a backbone, and that's just so hard to watch. Somebody who doesn't have a backbone. It's just so hard to watch because everybody can sway you in any way they they play you whichever way they want to. Now the only reason why Salina wasn't able to play um Aura is because Salina, she's not smart for that. She thinks she has the smart in her to play that strategy. She doesn't have it. She's not smart for that. She went and showed her cards to everybody. But Aura, when Salina, she started like yelling at her and crashing out, I'm like, bitch, who are you yelling to? Who are you yelling? Why are you yelling? You were never planning to give me anything. You were never planning to give me a point. You were always planning to leave me high and dry. And now you won this season. I didn't give you a point because you won, and now you're yelling. Go away. I would have grabbed a drink and throw it in her face so that she can calm down. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. You never win when you play dirty, and you lost. I mean, it was entertaining. Selena, it was entertaining, but you lost. And Aura Mayari, I don't think I want to watch you on TV again. You need to grow a backbone. It's just so hard to watch somebody let other people play with them like they're just a ragdoll. You shouldn't be doing that. Other than that, yeah, in general, I think that this season was more entertaining. Not this season, but this bracket was more entertaining than last bracket. And let's see what the next bracket brings. RuPaul's Drag Race budget, I think it's being reduced more and more, and I think we all can see it. And I think we are coming close to the end of an era, people. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. I think that we're coming close to the end of an era, which is RuPaul's Drag Race. And yeah, I will be talking about the next bracket, which is the purple bracket, I think, where there's Hershey and Joey J and all of them. So let's see what they do. So yeah, to all of those who watched it all the way to the end, thank you, and see you next time. Oh wait.